Hey you guys, Harry Callahan here with another truck video. It's been so long since I've done one of these. I say so long, I think it's been like more than a week anyway. So hey, we're gonna get straight into it, and while we're on our way, I'll tell you what we're doing. So last time I made a truck video, I promised that this time I would show you how to buy a truck. I'm not gonna do that. Well, maybe I will, kind of. Because I have bought a truck here. In my previous videos, I was doing quick jobs, which are the game's kind of the way the game allows you to just jump straight in, you know, plug and play. Just you get started straight away, and you can kind of work for different companies. But if you want to set up your own company, which I have, Das Hall, because my previous name was Asshole. This is an American truck sim. This is Euro truck sim. Das Hall. See, very clever. Very, very cerebral shit going on there. If you want to work for your own company and buy your own trucks and hire your own staff and things like that, you got to buy your own trucks, basically. So that is what I've done. I'll show you my truck in a second. At some point, either in this video or the next, hey, I'm not going to break my promise. I will show you, you know, the mechanics of buying the truck. But I thought we'd get started because there's a World of Trucks event going on. I'll tell you what that is in just a little second. So we're in Glasgow at the minute, and we're just picking up this reservoir tank behind us. I don't know if you can see that, but I have a sick paint job, which I'll tell you more about in a second. It's like a Viking dude on it. Hopefully you can see it. Hey, look at this. It's early in the morning, but I'm doing some fairly sick reversing. Sick meaning good. Do people still say that? I don't know. My references are kind of mostly from like Saved by the Bell. Working on, you know, AC Slater level references. So yeah, we've got this reservoir tank, which you can see there. And the reason I've opted for this sick paint job is that we are taking part in a World of Trucks event. Now, a little bit about what World of Trucks is. It's basically a facet of the STS Truck Sims, Euro Truck Sim 2, and American Truck Simulator, where you can kind of connect your profile to an online database, and it keeps track of your deliveries. Which is quite cool. I guess you can look at what other people are driving, and you can look back through your driving history and stuff like that. It's, you know, that's fair, all well and good. What I am interested in is the events, the World of Truck events, and there's one going on at the minute whereby it's a Swedish themed one. So if you do a certain number of jobs driving to or from Sweden, you get to unlock cool shit, like a little pendant stick on your window, or like a little Viking dude to go on your dashboard. I'm kind of less interested in the unlocks and just kind of the fun of doing it. You know, I want to be part of the event. I don't have FOMO over it, fear of missing out. Hey, that's a more modern reference. You wouldn't get Zach Morris talking about FOMO. So with that in mind, I just went ahead and bought this truck just so I could jump straight into it. Didn't really think too much about it, and you know, I've made a slight error in judgment because if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know I like to. You can see I've got this kind of heads-up display type GPS. I prefer the GPS that just appears, you know, in the dash. In this truck, it doesn't seem to appear. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I have to turn something on. If you're watching this and you know how I can turn the GPS on, please let me know, because I really don't like using this kind of thing. It ruins the immersion for me a bit. But you know, hey, beggars can't be choosers. Cheggers can't be bruisers. R.I.P. Cheggers. I mean, that sounded really facetious. Cheggers, of course, Keith Chegwin. You know, iconic TV host who passed away recently. I'm not gonna talk anymore about Cheggers because it's gonna sound like I'm taking the piss. I'm not. So yeah, I've opted for this this cool Viking design to sort of tie in with our Scandinavian adventure we're about to have. I think if I go to if I kind of exit out for a second, so I'm reaching forward to the keyboard. You can see in the background there, so we're driving the Scania S High Road. I've customized it a little bit, but not that much. And you know, I kind of don't really like these paint jobs. I prefer them to look like real companies. But I just thought for fun, for this, hey, for the day that's in it, let's have the fucking silly Viking. Time is of the essence. We have, if you look up the top right here, you can see we're hauling this reservoir tank from Glasgow to Callahan. I've got 21 hours to do it. I did a lot of fucking around there trying to adjust the graphics. Hey, to give you guys a nicer experience. So thoughtful, and just to try and make it play a little bit smoother, because we're running pro mods, and I'm not entirely sure. You know, sometimes in the larger cities it was getting a bit glitchy. Also, because we're in pro mods, I'm not even sure that this event thing is going to work. But fuck it, if it doesn't work, I don't get the unlocks, I'm still going to do a bunch of Swedish jobs just because I feel like it. Because I'll be part and parcel of the event. Also took me a while to get started because I was making a cup of delicious Earl Grey tea, which I'm gonna take. Try to get that out of this menu. Get a little swig of this tea going on. And set that down beside me. So it's on my. I've got like a little Marshall amplifier to my right there. I should really kind of have someone set to my left so I can set it down like in the cup holder. Hey, I said that jokingly, but that sounds really fucking cool. I might try and rig that up. I might try and make a cup holder mod for my wheel. Because you know I'm driving with the wheel and the pedals, the G29, and obviously I'm in the Oculus headset for anybody who is maybe not experienced with my videos. Also, for anyone not experienced with my videos, I've been mostly talking about the game so far. That ain't gonna last. I'm gonna talk an awful lot of bollocks. But hey, let's hit the road, eh? So, should be a fun drive. Might be quite a long video. Might break it up into 2 parts. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see how we get on. So yeah, that's the sensible portion of the video done. Let's get into what we in the business call some bollocks. So I'm trying to think what's happened in my life since last time I chatted to you. Hey, straight off the bat, the speeding offence, which again, you know, I've started to care a bit, you know, less about. I probably should care more now that I'm driving my own truck, and I'm gonna maybe start setting up my own business, and money's more of an issue in game. I also had to borrow like a couple of $100,000 from the in-game bank and stuff. Oh, look at that! That's wonderful. I love driving around Scotland in real life, so this is so you know, this is really nice. Turn down the kind of vegetation settings a little bit. Oh, we're at 50 miles an hour. We can speed her up a little bit. But it still looks great. Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Now, this is a testimony to how an exciting life I lead. Loads of stuff's happened last week. But there's something I want to talk to you guys about. Pretty exciting stuff. It's not exciting at all. It's just something that happened. It's only happened to me a handful of times in my life. But holy smokes, what did it do? You guessed it, I walked in a dog shit. Oh, hang on, we gotta move over lanes here. Yeah, I walked in a dog shit. And so, you know, the only silver lining I could think about was like I was walking the dog shit. Later, not at the time, obviously, because that would be fucking insane. Come on, motherfucker. You serious, you fucking prick? Oh, actually, you know what? I'm in the wrong. I'm the hard shoulder. Like an asshole. Yeah, at the time I thought, hey, well, you know what? At least maybe I'll make a dopey YouTube video talk about the intricacies, the specifics of walking in a dog shit. And also I dealt with it like a fucking, like a massive child, which I thought was, it's embarrassing as fuck. But I thought I'd tell you the story of it, at my own expense. You know, why the fuck not? Nice thing about this heads-up display, by the way, is that, you know, while I prefer the other thing, just like the simple GPS to the left, this tells me a few details, like, you know, like the speed limit and how much petrol I got, which I can see also down here as well, you know, but it tells me it very clearly, and also how tired I am, shit like that. But anyway, the dog shit. Back to important matters, yeah? So, oh, I said that like a fucking dick. Back to important matters, yeah? That's not a slight against English people. It's just that's my kind of that's the go-to voice I think of when you do that sort of like that sort of upward inflection, yeah, at the end of a sentence, which maybe suits English people. Don't think it suits my voice. So back to the shit, yeah. I was late for work. I wasn't late for work. That's not true. I was on time for work. But to remain on time for work, I needed to run for a bus. And you know, I sprinted down the street. I assume this is when this happened. To see the exact point of impact with the dog egg. I did specify it was a dog shit, right? It wasn't like a human shit, because that would be absurd. And you know, I'd probably still be like dead hot on my entire fucking body right now if that was the case. Don't know why it's worse, but it kind of is. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. So yeah, running for the bus to maintain my being on time for work, and yeah, I'm jogging along down the. Hey, let's put it in context. It's I'm jogging. You know what? Let's not. I was going to start telling you exactly what road it's on, but maybe I shouldn't. I know this privacy talk has me worried about fucking like doxing myself. It's not hard to fucking or hard to guess where the fuck I'm from and all that stuff. But maybe I shouldn't go out specific details of what street it was and stuff. Also, you know, who the like, it's not like you're gonna go, oh yeah, I know that road. It's covered in dog shit. It's actually not covered. It's actually not covered in dog shit all the time, which is why I was running with impunity. You know, a dude running in like a coat and jeans always looks weird. Like I've like, you know, I've like maybe I'm just projecting whatever, but it looks like it was last time like I'm running from a bus, more like I'm just running from like fucking having robbed a shop or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just some kind of insecurity. But I'm running thinking I look like a dick, like I've robbed a shop or fucking, you know, attacked someone or something, and which I hadn't, I should say, obviously. And I assume this is when the point of impact happened. But I didn't realise at the time. I was very pleased to get on the bus. I sat down the bus and I thought, jeez. Now this doesn't reflect well on me because it shows a lack of self-awareness, which is a quality I think is really wick to have. I didn't realise at the time. I didn't realise. I'm sitting on the bus. I'm thinking, God, it fucking smells weird on this bus. And that's the thing, because I've only stepped on a dog shit like maybe 2-3 other times in my whole fucking life. That's like once every decade. You know, I'd step on a dog shit. Obviously, I know what a dog shit smells like. Also, you know, if you're new to these videos, sorry, they're not usually this shit heavy. But hey, this one's gonna be shit heavy for say 7 minutes. So if you think, hey, you know, this guy's got cool videos, I don't want to listen to all this shit talk, skip ahead 7 minutes. And we'll I promise I'll be kind of done with the shit talk for now. So yeah, I'm not kind of familiar with the smell. It just smelled sharp and weird on the bus. And I just thought, you know, very often the bus is kind of a smelly place to be. I shouldn't be hogging outside lane here. The bus is gonna be a smelly place to be anyway. I'm thinking the bus is fucking stinking. But I can't place it. And then I go to work, and the smell's still in my nostrils. Not when I'm walking up the street, but when I sit down. But for some reason, I didn't kind of connect it to the bus, because it smelled different to me. And there was this my colleague had put on like this mini radiator behind me, and I made it, by the way, early to work, I should say, not even on time, real early. There's context to that, which I'll explain in a minute. So yeah, I'm sitting there, and my mate in work has this like mini radiator on. I'm thinking that radiator smells fucking weird, or something stinking in that radiator. And then it dawns on me. I'm like, no, this makes no sense at all. And I realize that I am the problem in this equation. Oh fuck. Jesus, the cop. I'm surprised the cops didn't give me a hard time for that particular maneuver there. Yeah, I begin slowly. The fucking cogs in my head are turning, and I realize what the problem is. I look down I look at the sole of my left shoe, and it's a fucking car crash down there. It's insane. of the handful of times that this has happened to me, this is by far the worst for a number of reasons, and we'll break it down. Because hey, we've gone this deep. So first off, I'm wearing these new shoes, which I really like. They were a present for me. One of my mates took the piss out of them. He's like, "Oh, where'd you get those Clarks?" Yeah, I fucking got them in Clarks. Or in fact, they were a present, but I knew they came from Clarks. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a grown-ass man. They make comfortable-ass shoes that last for ages. Fuck yeah, Clarks. Oh, jeez, I don't think it's probably out. That dude yawns. So I'm telling a story. But hey, maybe he's right. So yeah, I'm wearing the Clarks shoes, and they're suede. Also, they've got very comfortable, kind of like bouncy, thick soles. I'm not selling them. I'm making them sound stinking, but they've got quite a thick sole, and also, like, because of the thick sole, a bunch of grooves, like really deep grooves. I mean, you see where this is going. And this fucking you know, it's like something I imagine like a dinosaur would have dropped. This thing, it's fucking huge. It's gonna get really gross here. I'll keep the really gross stuff to a minimum because, you know, I don't want to lose. I don't have many subscribers, and that's fine because this is pretty niche. But I don't want to actively lose them either. So I realize what's happened, and I go to the toilet at work. And you know, traditionally, any other time this happened to me, I've been out for like a walk in a forest or whatever. I have access to a stick, or you know, I've realized when I've got home from walking in a forest. But this is fucking in work. Like one of the I can't think of too many worse places for this to happen. Yeah, yawn on, you fucking tired prick. Talking to the fucking virtual yawning me. Yeah, so I go to the toilet and I've got like a clump of like toilet roll. I'm trying to sort it out, and it's just fucking disgusting. I'm realizing I'm starting to kind of turn my own stomach talking about. I'm not going to go into detail about what it was like, but let me tell you one fact. There was loads of fucking hair in it. I don't know if this dog had eaten a wig or what the fuck had gone on, but it was fucked. It was just fucked. So I cleaned it up as best I could, but the best I could was nowhere near how good it needed to be. And this is where I'm going to start to sound like a fucking idiot, probably. I'm trying to decide in my head whether to tell you the whole ins and outs of this story. Because it makes me sound like a fucking child. Yeah, why not? Oh shit, I gotta get asleep in this game. I'm all on the red tired thing. I'm gonna start to get very dozy. Which is a worry because I only have so long to get my ass to Sweden. So yeah, I wonder actually, has the World of Trucks stuff, does that take into account how much longer the drives take in Pro Mods? Might be on the kind of fool's errand here, maybe, with this. I'm not sure. Also, I wonder if there really are speed cameras here or not. So I better stop tailgating this guy. So yeah, have I gone over my 7 minutes? I bet I have. If you've fast forwarded, we're still talking about the shit. Jog on a bit more. Yeah, I realized like I can't go back to my desk. Partly because I don't want to walk it everywhere. I've been like, until this point, at the point of realization, I've been kind of hopping around. Because you know, I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna track shit all over a building. Whatever. So I realize I'm gonna have to deal with this in a better way, and the quickest, best way. I had a kind of busy day ahead. But the quickest, best way I thought I can deal with this with minimum disruption is just to run into town really quickly. Like I'm like, you know, I'm like a 2-minute like jog away. Oh, I'm getting tired. It's starting to black out around the edges. I'm right in the fucking middle of the motorway. Hopefully we'll find like a stopping place. Is there a sign for services? No. Yeah, I'm like a 2-minute run away from town. So I figure I'll just jog into town. But like I'm getting like new shoes, and I start to think, is that fucking ridiculous? I've just got new shoes, and am I going to run the town and buy more new shoes because I've bought in a shit? Is that fucking so stupid? But then I think, no, like it's not stupid. I don't want anyone. I'm going to be talking to members of the public and stuff. I'm going to be talking to my colleagues. Hopefully we can get pulled in over here. Although, can I get across? Is there like a way to cut across on the? Oh, services 200. There we go. So obviously we'll go across this way. So yeah, my mind's racing. But it seems like the most sensible thing to do. But I'm second guessing myself, and like I'm running into town, and I'm texting my mate. This is a good way to step on a dog shit again. Just running and texting. I was being safe, you know, as safe as I could. I was looking where I was going, basically, but you know, also trying to tentatively send a text to my mate, and the text to my mate said, like, I'm trying to remember it, but it said, "Holy shit, there's been a huge disaster. I stepped in a dog shit. If anyone's looking for me, I've gone to buy new shoes. I'll be back in like 15 minutes." I just thought I'd top up the petrol there while I was at this. I may as well. I even sent that message. I'm kind of laughing to myself because it's so fucking ridiculous and kind of embarrassing a message to send. But it's about saying brilliant. It's brilliant. But then I remembered, because I'm kind of second guessing myself at this point. I'm thinking, am I being stupid and all? Here we go. Some nighttime driving, which I adore. I just love driving at night in this game. Let's get the lights on. Is that our brights? Can never. There we go. So yeah, that's what we want here. Don't want to blind anyone, fictional or otherwise. Yeah, it's about that time. I've gone way over 7 minutes. Shit talk still happening. Fast forward. I realized then, like my mum. Yes, I'm going to involve my mother. My mum had, like usually I try and like meet up with my folks for like lunch, you know, once a week or something if I can. But I've had like a really busy week, and my mum, my mum totally understood. No, but she'd phoned me and said, "Hey, me and your dad were going to be in town on, this was on Friday. We're going to be in town Friday morning. I know like you probably can't do this because you're Friday. I'm particularly busy at work. But hey, if you want to get like coffee in the morning or meet up for lunch or whatever, just give us a shout. No worries. No, I was like, I probably can't. But you know, cheers, but I probably can't. I'll have to take a rain check. So I would never say that. It's one of the Americans. I gotta take a rain check. Hey mom, I gotta take a rain check. I mean, people from here just don't say that, do they? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it's just not. It wouldn't be in our local lexicon. Lexicon of love, ABC. So yeah, so I phoned my mum, and I'm jogging at the time. Just sent the text. It's like, "Oh, Mom, are you?" Like I didn't want to panic her, but I sounded panicked because I was fucking panicked over like a dog egg. So I phoned her and I'm like, "Hey, are you still in town?" And she's like, "Yeah. Why? What's up?" And listen, don't panic. There's been a disaster, but don't panic. I'm not hurt. She goes, "What's wrong?" I explained the story. Turns out, so I'm going to run the next to get these shoes, because partly because it's like the nearest place I can think of, partly because I like their shit, so to speak, pun not intended. Hey, I love the way the cat's eyes kind of twinkle. I think that doesn't really translate the video too well, but for me it looks great. Like they look really awesome. So yeah, I explained the story, and I don't know what to do. And she's like, I tell her about the new shoes, and she thinks it's kind of stupid, but also she can tell I'm panicked over something as fucking stupid as a dog shit. Like I know it takes me, you know, I can be an anxious guy sometimes, but you know I don't get panicked, like straight up panicked easily. You know, I've had a panic attack in the past, and God, they suck. But you know, in terms of like, you know, an event like that happening, like in work, if something goes wrong, I think I deal with it very well. I'm a calm, level-headed dude. So she could tell it takes a lot to panic me in that kind of sense, in that kind of specific sense. But a dog shit will do it. I don't know, whatever fucking fecal neuroses I have going on. I don't know. I was gonna call this video like Road to Sweden or something, but now I might change it to Fecal Neuroses. It's my death metal band. Fecal Neuroses! I want an adulthood. I can't do a death metal death growl too early in the morning. Don't walk to the door, shit. Where are we? I lost track of time with fecal neuroses there. So yeah, she's very clearly like kind of humoring me and trying to be nice. And she's saying like, you know, can you not? There's no way to like properly clean it or whatever. Also, I should say at this point, I've like, you know, rubbed about a fucking gallon of hand sanitizer into my hands because I'm so worried that there might be any kind of fucking molecule of shit on me. And she's like, you know, is there any way you can somehow clean them better? And you know, if you're worried about germs or smell, get like a Dettol spray or something. I'm like, listen, I'm absolutely getting a fucking Dettol spray. Didn't swear. I don't really swear too often from my mother. My mother sounds very Mary Poppins. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna get the shoes. I'm gonna get the shoes. And then I panic. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm phoning you. And then, like, you know, basically I meet up with her because she's like 30 seconds away, and I start basically continuing the chat in real life. And I don't even know why I phoned. I just panicked and I needed my mom. And you were there. It's like, it's totally fine. I'm like, right, you know, because there's nothing like extra she can do, or so I thought. But I'm like, listen, do you want to come with me in the next? I'm gonna buy these shoes. I just don't know what to do. I'm lost. This doesn't happen. So listen, I'll come with you next. But hey, there's a little truck. Branded quality is cheaper. She comes in next. I get the shoes really quick. I don't even go try them on. She convinces me to try them on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to fucking deal with the shitty shoe. And then she's like, tell you what, no, listen, I'll hold the shitty shoe while you try it on, which is so nice of her, and I can't believe that she did this. I can't believe that I even allowed this to happen. It's like, okay. So I tried on the new shoe. Fits great. Actually doesn't. Well, it does. It fits great, although they end up like cutting the shit out of my feet. So pun not intended. And then she says, tell you what, like, why don't I go and pay for these, and you can stand in your socks. And then she's got like a spare 2 plastic bags, and she's put each of the shitty shoes, there's one shitty shoe only, but each shoe of the pair that have become shitted, including the one that was specifically shitted and the non-shitted one, she's put in like a separate plastic bag, which is amazing, that she has. She's like, listen, and she holds them too, and not even me. I'm like, I'll take those. Like, no. So she goes and stands and pays for the new shoes, while I'm standing in my socks. And it's just great. She just looks after me so much. Like, I'm just instantly like 9 years old again, you know. And I stand in the socks, and she comes back over with the new shoes, and I put them on, and I try to give her money for the shoes. She won't take it. She says, look, my treat. I'm gonna treat these shoes, which is really nice. And I say, right, give me the bags with the shitty shoes, and then I'll take them back to work, and I'll put them somewhere where they can sit outside or something. She's like, no. She takes them away. And I'm like, fine. And I know what I'm saying. I'm like, fine. I'm like, as if. Like, she's insisting on all this. There's no arguing. Plus, it's so absurdly nice of her. So I agree to all this, and I'm so grateful. I keep telling her how grateful I am, and how she's really saved my bacon, which she 100% has, because I'm panicking over something so stupid, and she just, like, I met up and she just made it all better. I don't know. I don't know what the kind of reaction to you hearing this story is. Like, I have no frame of reference, because if I was telling you this in real life, I could maybe, if you were thinking, you're a fucking child, mate, what are you doing? I could maybe start to tail off the story and stop telling it so much. But, you know, you're probably judging me like mad. Oh, you know, I hope not. Like, I know it makes me look stupid, or reflects badly on me, but that's why I think it's funny. Because I dealt with it in such a stupid way. So hopefully your reaction is that yes, you recognize that I dealt with it in a stupid, silly way, just kind of tried to throw money at the problem to make it go away, and not even my own money. They were cheap shoes, I should say. They weren't dear shoes or anything. I told a couple of people in work about this when I got back. I told Bort, who hopefully is watching this video. A couple of other people I told, and the reaction was, "You seriously went and got new shoes?" From a lot of people. But a lot of people were like, "Yeah, it makes perfect sense. You don't want to walk shit around the building." And nobody got time for that. I also bought a dead hot spray thing, and sprayed all around the whole area that I had been in, try and make sure no germs or anything had been spread or whatever. I got a hand sanitizer thing, and I already had one, but I was running low, so I got another one, and just sanitized the fuck out of my hands and everything. You don't mess around when it comes to shit. You just don't mess around when it comes to shit. So yeah, my mom paid for those two, actually. I just remembered the hand sanitizer and stuff. Oh my god, what a fucking child. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the end of the story. I gave her a million hugs and said thank you so much, and I said I'd be over on Sunday to clean the old shoes. And it turned out she even cleaned them and everything, which I felt really bad about. I pleaded with her not to do that, but she's so nice. So yeah, I got back to work and it felt I felt great because I realized I was now equipped to take on the day, and I wasn't away for long. This whole thing, honestly, it took 15 minutes. That's why I was reinforcing the point that I was early, so I didn't feel bad about pissing off. Maybe you were thinking, this dick just fucking drops his post and disappears off for an hour to get shoes because his shoes are a bit dirty. It took 15 minutes, and I had time to spare, so deal with it. Yeah, I just I realized this took way more than 7 minutes. I hope I haven't put off any. You know what? I was gonna say, I hope I haven't put off any potential new subscribers with this. If you can't deal with a shit story, you're not gonna fucking like this channel. That's just the way it is. So maybe this is how I, sort the men from the boys. With increasingly weird stories about me getting on like a fucking man child because I've walked in a dog pub. That's how you do it. So yeah, we're driving to Sweden. Driving to Sweden with a man child. We can't handle walking in a dog shit by phoning his mommy. Yeah, a couple more new subscribers. So hello, Paul McLean, Harry Graham. I think there are more as well. Oh, I fucking love those sun shafts. And I'm a grown man. I don't laugh at words like sun shafts. I wouldn't laugh just because it's got the word shaft in there. Yeah, so there we go. Now that story's done, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. Tell you what it's time for is a tentative sip of Earl Grey. See, it's very difficult because I'm in the VR helmet, obviously. Lots of people, very kind people, have been asking how my injury is. I injured myself playing Gorn, the Gladiator sim. There's a video of it. If I can be arsed, I might even do the thing where it puts a link up. Oh shit. Oh no, it's not this turn off, it's this one. I might do the thing where it puts the link up, below to the video. Maybe. I can't, when I see those in other videos, I find them kind of annoying. Oh, I love that. I was driving that song. Gorgeous. But yeah, I was playing Gorn's Gladiator. I was gonna say sim, it's not really a sim, it's arcadey as fuck, but you're it's a super hyper-violent VR game. Hyper-violent but kind of cartoony VR game. Where you're punching dudes and hitting them over the head with various weapons. Recommends that you have a massive dice space to do it, which I don't have. Long story short, ended up punching a bookcase and not realizing how bad it was. I took the helmet off, and there was just it was like a massacre. So yeah, lots of people have been really kind and asking like how that injury is, which is nice because it was bad, but it wasn't like bad. Like it wasn't like I did think about going to the hospital, but I didn't go, and I don't think I needed to go because I didn't need to go because it's fine now. But like it's sweet that people are asking because it's not the kind of thing that required being asked after, but it's nice that people were being nice. So yeah, there we go. Other shit to talk about. Oh yeah, so one of the other reasons, the two reasons I haven't been doing doing my blind spot there. Well, it wasn't my blind spot because I saw him in the mirror. I'm just a bad driver. It's like a dude. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, one of the other reasons why I haven't made videos is that any gaming time I've had, spare gaming time, the past week, which hasn't been much. It's been like a couple of hours. I've been playing Planescape Torment, classic CRPG. It's kind of one of the latter. I was gonna say an installment of the Baldur's Gate series. It's not. It uses the Infinity engine, which Baldur's Gate also used, and like Icewind Dale, stuff like that. I think maybe Icewind Dale was technically canon with Baldur's. Well, it is all canon because it's all in the wider D&D universe. I'm fucking rambling here. It's a brilliant game. 20 years old. I think 19, 20 years old. It's like it's one of those computer RPGs using the Infinity engine, which I like anyway. And it's not as light on combat, but it's very heavy on really well written dialogue and morality choices, and like there's bazillions of different ways to do each quest and all the stuff that I fucking love in a game. The two kind of games I most like are like meaningful like RPGs. When I say meaningful, I mean like a ton of player agency, like your choices matter, that type of shit that you can lose like hundreds of hours in, or just job sims like this that you can lose hundreds of hours in. They are my two favorite genres. So I was off playing that, and there's no point in me making a YouTube video about that because I'm gonna want to mess in a YouTube video. I'm gonna want to mess around, dick about, and talk nonsense with you guys. Rather than something like that, I just want to cozy up with like a hot chocolate and oh my god, I sound like such a fucking child, don't I? Or like a booze drink, maybe like a booze drink. I just want to cozy up and have it be like a really lovely solo personal experience. That's what I want. So yeah, that's what I've been off doing a lot of the time. And it's great. The enhanced edition is I'm not bored on playing one game, boring on about another game, but the enhanced edition is, I think it's fucking great. Some people don't like it for various reasons, some kind of vaguely political ones about the developers and stuff, which I think are unfounded. I'm not going to get into all that shit. It's just a great game, with some like quality of life improvements in the enhanced edition and some graphical improvements. It's so good. I really hope I have a bit of time to play it today as well. I'm off today because I'm working Saturday. It still excites me when you see kind of like real world shops like IKEA and stuff, and it's nice and immersive. Yeah, this afternoon I have a bunch of shit to sort out basically, but I'm gonna try and I just thought I'd take this morning to have a bit of me time, in the afternoon to have sorting shit out time. So I'm hopefully within the me time I can get a bit of Planescape in as well. It's just great. It's gloriously well written. The latest quest I'm doing is I'm trying to remove a curse. This guy's been cursed by this horrible fat ponce and like a kind of like it's kind of like not like a clown college he seems to be in, but just like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with clowns or clown colleges or anything, but there's a certain type of performing artist that I just find slightly irritating. The kind of fiddly-dee. I don't know how I'm going to describe this, but just there's a certain type of performance art that, hey, the problem's with me, that I find irritating. I think it's the kind that gets up in people's faces when they very clearly don't want people up on their faces. It's maybe not a type of performance art. It's maybe just when performance artists get it wrong, you know, and start to annoy people. Yeah, that's maybe more accurate. It's maybe just people who participate in a perfectly fine craft getting it wrong, and you know, hey, everyone gets shit wrong, but I think that's kind of what I'm getting at. I hope that makes sense. So one of those type of dudes is cursed this other guy. Also, he's an asshole. This guy, he's cursed this other dude, and made him just this gross, shit-covered mess. Not every episode of this is about people getting covered in shit. Just most of them. just most of them. No, they're not. So I'm trying to get this dickhead to remove the curse, and but then the performing dickhead, he's cursed me as well. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to do that after this. You know, I'm rambling like a motherfucker now. Which is sometimes about the kind of time I stop and pause the video or whatever and do a fresh one. Hey, I'm going to keep on talking because road to Sweden. You know, we're on a time limit here. So let's keep her lit. Yeah, I'm worried that I'm not going to get this job done, to be honest, within the time limit. But hey, we'll see. Other stuff I've been up to. You know, I've just not been up to a lot. I'm trying to think of the stuff I've been up to. I was mostly up to at the time I was making the last video, because the last time I had a bit of free time. Been reading a lot of 90s Batman right now, which, you know, I think is kind of my favorite era. So I'm in the Batman Legacy stuff now, which is kind of there's Contagion, which I don't think I'm giving out any Bat spoilers, because, you know, you're kind of 25-year-old books really. There's Contagion, in which a kind of a plague. It's basically like a particularly virulent strain of Ebola has been released into Gotham and other cities as well. And then Gotham recovers from it with help from the Bat family. But then in Legacy, it comes back, and the city's kind of torn apart already. And like Robin's had this disease called, they kind of nickname it the clench, because everyone's bodies get kind of contorted and twisted. It's all kind of like it's like dudes like Chuck Dixon, Doug Munch, Kelly Jones on the art for a lot of it. It's that kind of very gothic influenced Batman stuff that, you know, it took some of the grimdark stuff from the 80s but made it a bit sillier and 90s and a bit flowery and stuff in kind of a slightly overwrought way, a gloriously overwrought way. You know, I really like a lot of that stuff, so it's really cool. So what's happening now in the book is like the clench is back, and they're kind of working out who's behind it and stuff. And, you know, if you might read this at some point, you know, fucking skip ahead the video or just turn it off. You know, you shouldn't have to put up with me saying skip ahead the video every 2 fucking minutes. I don't want to ruin anyone's enjoyment of a Bat book. So yeah, so okay, I'm going to tell you who's responsible for the clench. Shit, is that going to tell me I've run that red light? Probably it, isn't it? I know, it's very understandable. Shit. It's Ra's al Ghul. Up the Raz. Up the Ra's al Ghul. That's a joke, by the way. Also, potentially fairly niche joke again, depending on where you're watching this. It's Ra's al Ghul with the help of Bane, and like I'm pretty sure it was Chuck Dixon who did he create Bane? I'm pretty sure he did. And it's him writing a lot of the stuff, the legacy stuff, especially when Bane's involved. And in the hands of Chuck Dixon, he's a fucking great character. Like in the movie Dark Knight Rises, I'm pro Tom Hardy. I'm Proddy, but I find that kind of interpretation of Bane a little bit annoying. I also find the kind of I fucking love looking out over like bridges in this game. Oh, it's class. I wish I could lean out the window that side. Oh, little tugboat there for you, the captain to have his tugs on. Yeah, it's also a wanking-based podcast. Podcast. I always think of this as a podcast. It's not. It's a video, but for me, it's just like a podcast where I talk bollocks and you see me drive. Yeah. So yeah, Bane. Not that fussed on that one. Was it which of the kind of slightly ropey '90s Batman movies was it? Was it Batman and Robin? He was also in. Looked fucking cool. Looked the part. You know, got the kind of oh, what's the word for it? The type of the Mexican wrestler. What do you call those guys? Oh, that's annoying. I can't think of the word. If you remember, you know, I don't want to be like a fucking leave a comment, guys type guy. It's because I genuinely want to know if you remember. Well, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about, please let me know. If not in the comments, fucking say to me because you probably know me in real life, or text me or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, he's got that kind of the. Oh, that's gonna piss me off. So I remember that, isn't it? If it wasn't in VR. Oh, Mr. Fucking turn off! Fuck it. What do you think of that? Bit of dangerous off-roading there. Oh shit. I'm stuck. Might have to lock the differentials. Oh no, I think we're okay. Hopefully we didn't damage the load. A bit of excitement for you guys there. This guy's be pissed off that I'm just crawling on the outside lane here. Oh look, we must be nearly at the ferry. This is telling us where I'm gonna get into the freight lane here. Shit, I'm really glad I didn't miss that turn off. I would have missed the ferry. Yeah, it's kind of thinking about what do you call those wrestlers? The Mexican wrestlers? The luchador. Is it luchadors? No, I'm talking myself. Oh, fuck. Anyway, he's got the mask that's very clearly inspired by that. Do I have to stop here? Don't. I think maybe that's like for decoration more than anything. I'm not gonna stop. Jeez, it's getting a bit laggy, and that's just because we're beside a ferry. I'm kind of worried. Oh yeah, I'm recording this at usually I record stuff at 30 FPS. I thought I'd try it at 60 to see if it works. In the past, it's made things just go a little bit clunky. I just thought, hey, I thought it would be nicer for you guys. Am I doing this right? I hope I am. Yeah, he's got the luchador mask. Hopefully that's the right word. If that's wrong, it's not because I don't want to be offensive or anything. I just, you know, I wouldn't want the incorrectly label something. I don't know. I'm trying not to be a dick. But I'm also trying to get the word right. Bane's got that kind of mask, and that looks cool. He looks great. He's got the venom like pumping on the back of his head and stuff. He's already a fucking ripped dude, but this stuff really makes him absurdly ultra ripped. We're fucking crawling along here. Alright, fuck this. Fuck this. Oh shit, no. Alright, this is tight. Shouldn't have done this. I should not have done this. Oh, fuck. Sorry, dudes. Just concentrating there. Yes, he looks great, and I think it's Batman and Robin. I think it is. Could be Batman Forever. It's been a long time since I've seen those ones. Looks the part, basically, is what I'm saying. But they make him like this, just like a fucking stupid oaf. Which really sucks because he is an absurdly clever character. Like, he's really, really clever. That's his whole thing, you know? That he's absurdly well read, and like, Ra's al Ghul's always try to trick Bane by talking in. Oh, fuck. Oh, here, we're not getting a ferry, we're getting the. Are we going Channel Tunnel? Is that what's going on here? We're going Channel Tunnel? How exciting. Yeah, you get your Ra's al Ghul trying to kind of trick Bane by talking in different languages to his daughter Talia, so that Bane doesn't understand, but he understands the whole time and stuff. You know, he's a master kind of schemer, scholar, manipulator, and I love reading the Bat books that reflect this. So here, let's take a look where we're going to. So off to Calais. Takes just a cool half hour, just on the Channel Tunnel. we'll just let this do its thing. Hey, you know what? That's a good time to stop the video. I'll let you see. Oh, it's unable to synchronize. Oh, you know what? Maybe this Sweden stuff isn't gonna work because we're in pro mods. It just might not like it. Is this just gonna put me back where I was before? Eesh, maybe this video will all be for naught. But hey, you got to hear a cool dog shit story. Are we in Calais? How sunny is it? Let's have a look at the world map. See where we at. World map. Still in Dover. Balls. I think this might not work. This might be the end of our Swedish adventure. I might not get that cool little dude on my Viking dude on my dashboard after all. Let's just try that one more time in case it was just some kind of syncing issue. Can I just see? I'm trying to utilize the keyboard at the same time. Hey, that's cool. The way the little Scania logo comes up in the doodah. Why can't we go anywhere? Hey, you know what? It's kind of bummed out to end this video on. But let's kill it there. I'm gonna fiddle with this for a bit. If this doesn't work, you know, I'll just kill the job and like reload an earlier save or whatever. If I have one, I probably don't have one. Well, fuck it, we'll work it out. All right, you know. Hey, we've been through worse than this before. Survived walking through a dog shit, right? And we got through the weird shitty story before. Yeah, good Bane chats. Yeah, okay. So that's me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to get through more stuff rather than just the shit story. I was going to talk about Bane. I was going to talk about like how I've got like 20 great cigars in my kitchen. There's a good story behind that. But hey, we'll get there. Yeah, peace out, guys. I'll see you soon. Yeah, cool. That's me. I feel like I should have like a better sign off. Should I have like a phrase or something? You know, keep on wanking. That's not my catchphrase. I can't.